Hi everyone, it's me Darlene in my car once again in the parking lot next to the post office. I just brought in a bunch of packages and I thought I would grab my camera and chat with you guys for a little bit. I'd like to have a video and I want the air conditioner blowing directly on me. It's just hot and humid in my house. I could run other ACs, but I don't want to even deal with it. I'd have to uncover them and stuff, so I'm just living with the one. Speaking of air conditioners, I just put my mother's, that's the newest one I have, on Facebook Marketplace. I have had some success with that, and as stressful as it is, it's worth it to me for some bigger items. And I am happy to report the first thing I sold was a tall dresser, only $25, but it felt good to get $25 and have it leave my house and not have to pay money to have somebody take it out for me. So that was cool. Anything I make is going toward the, the trip to get my mother there. And then I sold my husband's bed. I just can't believe it. A couple people asked about it and they wanted to come this weekend, and I said, message me again on that day and ask me if it's still available. That's the way to go. You don't hold it for anybody, because some people never actually show up and you held it all that time. So I did have a couple, I think I told you that, come, and it was too soft for them. But I had a woman come today and she wanted it and she took it, and it was just her and her young daughter, and she's like, I can handle this by myself. I'm like, I don't think so. Down a flight of stairs, you got to turn in a little hallway, very heavy mattress. But I was so, I'm very willing to help. It's just, it's hard for me to do the stairs because I have to hang on to a railing because of my knee and a little bit my hip. So but we did it. We got the bed out. She had a trailer and the box spring. She didn't take the frame, the metal frame, and that's okay because that can go into the metal pile. I have a neighbor who helps me at times. He was really helpful for clearing out my rental property. And I didn't really want to bother him with the house. I just thought I could just hire people, But the thing is he really likes to do it, and he likes to, see what stuff there is. And so he's going to be keeping stuff as part of his, trading. You know what I mean? He's doing the work, but he wants to keep certain things. So he has a pile of things that he wants to keep. I'm going to be paying for the dump runs, things like that. And, so, I told him, do what you can, and it's helping me out, and it's going to be less expensive than these other people who, I don't know. It's just, I just have a hard time accepting help. I just do. Maybe it's because I'm not used to it. It's not a very helpful life that I live. People don't just, I don't have anybody to help me. And Derek can't because he's far away. So I am happy about that. We didn't get to do anything today. Started yesterday, and I helped too. And it was so hot and humid. Beautiful, beautiful big black crows. I like crows. I was dying. And then we couldn't do anything today. He had plans, and so hopefully we'll do some more tomorrow and just see what we can get out. And then I'm working on, like I said, a few big things. Cannot believe that my husband's bed is gone. $200. That was a nice little chunk of money. And then I paid over $1,400 for that stupid bed, and it's like new. I didn't sleep in it. I sleep on the couch, and it was a king-size bed. My husband took this much space on that bed, so all of the rest of it was brand new. And then I still have a metal cabinet for only $10. I just thought somebody would like that. It's great for storing, you put it in a closet for a pantry or just your clothes. The metal doors are not on it anymore. And you might remember seeing that. It's in a closet in one of the upstairs rooms when I was showing you. It's just a metal cabinet, so it's good for storage. And then I put my mother's air conditioner up. I have 9 air conditioners. 2 of them are gigantic wall units that are like industrial strength, and they're so big, and it costs me money to get rid of air conditioners. So I looked at what people were asking. Everybody was around $50, and I was going to go a little lower, but I thought I'll start at $50. It gives some wiggle room if somebody wants to offer less. Oh, I forgot to put or best offer. I'll have to do that. And so my mother's is the newest, and it has a remote, and so hopefully I can get rid of that one, and then I, will just keep putting air conditioners until I leave. And so there's that. Now, post office. I did want to explain why I am suddenly bringing my packages to the post office by myself instead of having them pick them up on my porch. There are several reasons, but I'm going to tell you just 2 reasons. One, it was bothering me that when I move, I will not be able to leave packages outside at an apartment complex. And I always put them out the night before at my house, and because sometimes they come early, so I certainly can't do that. And then I don't want them outside even during the day. I don't want to be babysitting and having to watch and listen and all that. So I thought, I'm going to have to bring them to the post office. And at first, that made me sick. It made me sick to think that I would have to do that, have that chore. But I started doing it here, and I absolutely love it. It gets me out of the house. I have this that my father bought me. It goes up a dolly, and the handle goes up, and I would have not ever found that if not for my decluttering, but I found it. Before I started using it, I said, oh my God, I have to keep this. He bought me that for when I was living in Texas for 3 years, and I used to come back to Maine like every 3 or 4 months, and I would stay for an entire month because I would work while I was here. So I would just, set that time, and I would take my parents to their doctor appointments and the dogs to the vets and do their groceries and do everything that I could do for them while I was here. And then I'd go back, and then I would do that again. And I would come with boxes. I used to pack my entire old-fashioned computer, the tower, the monitor. I don't think I brought the printer. I think I had a printer here. And then boxes of fabric. I had a sewing machine here to use, so I didn't have to bring my sewing machine back and forth. And so I would do that, and I would travel with boxes, and then I would also buy fabric here at Martin's to bring with me back to Texas so I could cut and sell fabric, because I was selling fabric way back then. I did that for a couple of years. So he bought me that so I could put my boxes on it to, lug around the airport. And now that's what I'm doing. I have some boxes like this. I just picked up some extra mailers that I need. So I just, put my packages in this box, and then I put this box on top, and then sometimes I have like actual priority boxes, and I can just bring a stack of boxes into the post office all in one full swoop. Gets me out of the house. It gets me to take a walk on a ramp, my ramp at home and the ramp here. And the other reason that I like doing this is because my carrier is very open about how it's a pain in the ass, because I have so many packages all the time, especially in the winter. In the winter, he gets just flat out mad at me. He leaves me notices that I have to shovel. When winter comes, I shovel the ramp. I don't bother to shovel the front steps, because I know I'm talking with my hands and I feel stupid because somebody's looking at me. I don't bother to shovel the front steps because we're not using that. I have to shovel the ramp because in case my mother would have to go out, and that's where my car is parked, that's what we have to have cleared. And he doesn't want to do the ramp in the winter. He wants me to shovel the front steps because it's shorter. And I said, just pretend that we don't even have these front steps. We could have demolished those front steps. And he gives me a very hard time about it. And it makes me uncomfortable. And then also when I have a whole bunch and I'll put them out at night and I'm like, oh, even though it's not winter, I know he doesn't like it. He doesn't enjoy that I give him that extra work. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm not the only person who sells online. But it is so much more stress-free. I don't know how to say what I want to say. I'm so relieved that I don't have to have that stress anymore, that I'm worried about my carrier. And so with that, and then I'm going to have to go to the post office when I'm in Mississippi. I thought, I'm just going to do it, and I like it. So I'm happy that I'm not going to be, sad that I have to do that in Mississippi. And that's one of the main reasons I needed first floor, because I don't want to be lugging packages up and down. There's no elevator. So I needed first floor, and it's going to be a nice little outing. I was very worried that the post office might be far away. Derek says it's literally 2 minutes down the road. So that's cool. And I've got my dolly to carry my boxes, so I'm going to like that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get my shipments of fabric delivered at the apartment complex. I hope that I can. I hope that they leave. I don't know if they'll deliver to the door. Derek doesn't have a lot of experience getting boxes, so he doesn't know either. He's only been there since June, and I don't think I have sent any packages. No, I haven't. So we don't know what they do with packages there yet. His other apartment, they would deliver to the door. But Skylar's birthday gift was just in a card. So I don't know. But if they don't deliver to my door, then hopefully I can have them dropped off in the office, and I can go get that. And that I would probably take Derek. I would say, Derek, come with me, because those boxes are heavy of fabric that I get. All right, so what did I tell you about? Post office, there was no reason really to talk about that. I can't remember what I started out with. I started out with something. I don't remember right now. And then I guess the last thing is that the wheels are in motion about getting my mother to Mississippi. Not really, but it's hopeful. We do have a nursing home who said they will take her. I thought that meant that they had a bed for her right now, and I was in a panic because I'm like, I hope they understand I can't just get her there tomorrow. And it's the social worker here dealing with the social worker there, and then my social worker here, she lets me know what's going on. So she told me today they're willing to take her, but there are still steps. I have to do the admission paperwork. I finally called somebody today because they said, somebody in the email said they would have somebody call me, but nobody did, and I didn't want to think about this all weekend, so I called and I got the woman, and she was really, really nice, and she's going to send me the admission paperwork, and then she says I have to talk to another person, the admissions person, the social worker, whatever. There's a whole bunch that have to talk to see what the plan is, and then she said we will be in touch with you. She also told me to contact the Medicaid office, and she gave me a name that other people have given me just to ask questions, and that person never calls me back, but she gave me the same name, and I was like, yes, I know that name. So she said, tell them that you want the admission, the application now, because she says there's a lot to fill out. And I thought, do you realize how much I hate forms? Is this why you're telling me? Because I hate doing forms. She says you can't apply until your mother is here for 30 days, but you certainly can look and see and get all the stuff together that you're going to need. So I will be calling and leaving that message, and not getting a reply. And then I asked her certain things. Can my mother have her lift chair? The other home said yes. The other one I was trying to get her in, my first choice, but they said it can't be a cloth chair, and I said I could cover it with vinyl. She's like, I don't know if we'll accept that. So I would have had to buy my mother another whole separate lift chair. And I still don't know what I'm taking, but if I am taking furniture, I will take my mother's lift chair. Even if she couldn't have it in a nursing home, I would keep it in my home, and if she ever ends up living with me, we would have one. But I could certainly use it. nice to have a recliner like that. And then, but they said, yes, she can have it. It can be cloth. They don't care. And I do still have to supply the TV, like I do here. But here, I don't have to pay for cable or anything. There, I have to pay $20 a month for cable. That's okay. I can do that. It's my mother's only thing that she can enjoy is the TV. And then I do have to supply a phone like I do here. Now, here my mother has a landline that I had to set up for her. It was like $60-something to have it set up, but then it's only $25 per month because she has Medicaid, and they have a waiver that lowers the cost a little bit. So I don't know what the cost is going to be over there, and anybody that my mother calls from Mississippi, except for me, I mean, if she calls my sister, that's the only other person she talks to, that would be long distance. And if my sister calls my mother using her cell phone, my mother has a very hard time hearing my sister. So I think I am going to try to get my mother to learn how to use a cell phone. I'd rather just pay a whole cell phone bill every month for her so that she can call out, and then she can call my sister on my sister's landline, because I don't want my sister having to call in on her cell, because my mother just really can't hear her. And then she'd be free to call my brothers if she wants. And, you know, like I said, I don't think I'm going to be long distance for her. I'm going to be about 15 minutes away. I don't know. Maybe I will be. So I'm going to try to find a cell phone. I really would like her to have a flip phone. She'll like the feel of that, and she's not going to understand a screen and things like that. I think they still might make some for elders, so I'll see. She just needs basic, that's all. And then she's going to have to learn that you dial first, then send it. All right, you guys, I guess that's it. Gee, I hope you stuck around and listened to some of the stuff I just said. I just feel bad because I feel like I don't have content that, you know, many of you want, but I really am doing the best that I can. I am hanging in there with getting as much stuff done as possible. I mean, I've never been this busy in my life with juggling all kinds of things. So when I go home, I have to edit this. That's a time, you know, a tedious, time-consuming task. And then I had something else I have to do. I'm going to try if I can have enough good lighting to put some more things up on my sale. If you guys are interested at all in becoming an exclusive shopper, the info is in the description box down below. And you know what? I noticed on my iPad that there is no down below. If I hit the little down arrow instead of stuff coming down below like normal, I don't know if it's when I'm on the app or if I'm on youtube.com, it's on the side. So look on the side if you don't see anything down below. And I'm so tired of talking. What time is it? 5:01. She's picking up the mail only now. One time she was there at 3. It's supposed to be at 4:45. So obviously they're not consistent. I need to put some more stuff. I don't think I will be able to sell all the fabric before I move, but I am thinking of putting together some seriously big lots for somebody who would like seriously big lots. And when I say big, it really wouldn't be huge. It would not be like, you know, like a box like this, because that's a fortune. Fabric is so heavy. But I'm going to take, a couple of the different flat rate boxes. There's medium, there's large, and then there's priority box A, which is regional, and B, which is regional. So those are my options, and see what I can fit in there, and probably do some sales of a lower price just to move a whole bunch of fabric that I'm not inspired to put into sets. A lot of novelty prints that are good for kids and stuff, and it's just not my thing. It's not my thing, so I feel like not selling it. But, you know, it's other people's thing, and it can always be used for quilt backs, or if you want to share, you're in a quilting club and you want to share with people, or whatever, you have quilting friends and you guys want to all go in on it. I don't know. just making stuff up now. All right, I guess that's it. I think I have gone on long enough. I'm just enjoying the birds. This is like my favorite place to park. Nobody really startles me. It's not like at a grocery store. And I get to see these old houses and birds. I'm gonna miss Maine. I really am. Let's not talk about that, okay? I'm even gonna miss my post office that I used to love as a child when we'd go for walks. I could go up the stairs and then down. It's like circular stairs, and you know, that was like fun for me. All right, you guys. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.